Hey guys, so today we are taking the trailer up to Mammoth Lakes, and we're gonna stop for one night, sort of already most of the way there, but it's gonna be a cool spot with hot springs, and we'll be able to go off-road camping with that trailer right there using this Tesla Model Y. And we are just completing a supercharger right now. We started out earlier in the day with 100% from the house, but we came to Target to get some last minute stuff. Topped off the car along the way, so now the battery is nice and hot as well as being full charge. Here we are at 100%, and the car is at 258 miles. That is my new 100% because my battery has degraded about 13%, and this is just the new normal. Kirsten, are you ready? Snowboarding. And camping. All right, first leg of the trip, we got 75 miles in. I think there was about 9% of the battery left. So we're getting about 80, probably about 80 miles in one charge. That's towing at the absolute maximum capacity. I'll come show you right now, if I can get around this. Look at how I angled myself to fit in here. Look at that. It's perfect. All right, it was a long haul, but we made it.
The heater works.
The heater works, which is great because it's going to be below freezing here. And also the Electrify America charger worked, which is nice. It was really, really slow, so you didn't get the car out that much, but it works, which is great because that's our way out of here. And now we just kind of chill and get some rest, get ready for tomorrow. All right, it's morning time here. We got in last night pretty late, and there was howling winds last night, and it's gonna persist all through today. All right, so check it out. This is the setup. This is how she sits at a full squat. That's the full weight of the trailer on it. And this trailer is 3,500 pounds with the tongue weight at 340. Now, this trailer is the beefed up version. It's the Baja edition, so it actually has a couple things in it that makes it a little bit heavier. It's got the lifted blocks in the back, and it has the upgraded propane tank. So this propane tank actually is 23 gallons, which is quite a lot, weighs quite a lot. So what I did for the whole trip here is I actually took this out and put it inside the car to take a little bit of the weight off the hitch. And this right here, check this out. There is no battery in here. What I did was I wired all the DC electrical to a lithium ion battery up front, which is no less lighter because it's so large, but it is pushed back a little bit further. So it's not sitting right there on the tongue. It's more like right here. And that helps a little bit because it was kind of more towards 360 pounds when they weighed it at the dealership, which is more than this car is rated for. Plus this thing's a little bulky. So I decided to take out a couple things and really just keep it pretty light inside. It already has a 30-gallon water tank filled it up about 10 gallons. So it's about, about 100 pounds of water in there. Altogether, it's every bit maxing out this car, and that's how it looks with these tires on it. Now, these are the biggest tires you could possibly get in this car. When I turn this wheel, it really starts to rub. Get very close to rubbing. Also, you have to worry about that knuckle up there, but this right here is a 55R18. That is about close to, I think, 29.5-inch diameter wheels. That is the biggest you can get on the Model Y long range or performance. This is a 2022. I believe that applies to the 2024, 2025 as well. And boy, do they look good. All right, so here's the situation. This is always going to be the hardest part of the drive because it's a 54-mile stretch from this point in Bridgeport all the way to Mammoth Lakes. Now, there's actually not a Tesla charger between these 2 points. I'm using Electrify America. It's my first time. It works well, but the car can't precondition on the way here, so that's kind of a bummer. So overall, it's a slower experience. But it got the job done, and without it, I just couldn't do this trip. It just won't be possible because it would be almost 100 miles to go from one charge point to the next on this route of 395 in California. And so now to throw things even more in a wrench, the weather temperature is fine, but there is a literal storm. There's up to 100-mile-per-hour gusts over the ridge, and down here we can get up to 60-mile-per-hour gusts, and there's a sustained 15, 20, 25, but the gusts, they just keep coming in and out. So that's going to be appalling towards the range here, and that's going to be a super bummer. And I'm just going to have to go really slow because we have to make it 54 miles because there's nothing else in between. Another thing is that this trailer is really tall. It's 10 feet tall and is an absolute wind sail. So as far as wind resistance, it just can't get any worse than that. And from my experience towing, that's really the limiting factor here is wind resistance. Weight, of course, being that heavy, 3,500 pounds, that adds a lot. But if you get the wrong wind, that's going to really hurt your range a lot. And so 54 miles just might be cutting it barely close. And to make it even worse, the very last 2 miles is straight uphill to get into Mammoth Lakes. So this will be really interesting. I'm going to be going 45 miles an hour, 40, 45, because I really noticed it started taking a hit when I was going about 50 miles per hour. We are also going to be racing the clock at the same time. This system coming in, you can see that slowly building up. This is like a timestamp. It's going about from 10 o'clock and predicting up until 1. It looks like we're going to be okay because we're just going to go on the stretch. It will start raining. It will start snowing at 3 o'clock. 3 inches in about 6 hours. And we will be clear in Mammoth Lakes at that point. We are just dealing with really, really heavy wind. And last time I dealt with really heavy wind, boy, was it an impact on the range. All right, so these are some pretty insane numbers because we're going 40 or 38, and it's getting about 1,000 watt hours per mile. But I want to stay around there because I know that the battery has an available 68 or 69 kilowatt hours of energy, and 1,000 watt hours is 1 kilowatt. So I know I can make it because it's 54 miles to get there, so it'll be about 54 kilowatt hours of battery. So if I can stay around there, I can confidently make it the whole way. Now, if that starts climbing up 1,400, then we might start having issues because then it's gonna add up to be more than what the battery can actually hold. But so far, it's going pretty good. We'll just keep this speed so we can actually make it there. Predictions on arrival, 15 to 20% is what I say.
I say 10 or less. 15 miles left, 31% to get there, estimating by the car, but
yeah, 15 miles left and we're at 41. I'm just happy we're gonna make it in general. Very happy. Going 40 to 45 miles per hour. Dun, 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 dun. We made it in time.
it's coming for us. Why do we always
They said 3 inches. It's literally been snowing for an hour.
3 inches? My
Snowy.
go get some beer.
Yeah. Lizard.
Oh, it came in handy, obviously.
How do you think the trailer's gonna do with the pop out? Hey y'all, good morning. Wow, is it beautiful. But we got here yesterday and there's the car. Good old girl, she made it here. Got us here safely and it's just kicking ass. If you guys haven't already, you need to get this wheel and tire combination by T-Sportline. I am not sponsored, I wish I was, but it is a hell of a tire. I was having some fun last night trying out the traction on this bad boy on the snow. It behaves like a freaking beast. Yeah, so this part was fine, but over there it was a little deep and I was like full throttling it. The traction control was doing the rest. This part right here, it's not all that deep, but it's pretty deep. I'm gonna have to go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's frozen.
Yeah. Yeah, actually I'm not downplaying it. That is pretty deep. That's like, look at that.
That's our fucking tires.
And when the car is definitely really heavy, it's definitely sinking in. I think on the way back we'll go through here. Looks like there's a little less. Freaking made it though, look at that.
That's crazy.
We're in National Forest land and it looks beautiful.
Oh.
She said, "Why'd you do this to me?"
Why do you do this to me? Did you see that ice back there?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I just had Forest Service come up. They were basically just kind of like wondering, like, "Oh yeah, I saw you. Didn't want you to get stuck. You know, I saw that Tesla's pulling it." I was like, "Is that really pulling it?" I'm like, "Yeah, kind of a little bit of an experiment." And we're all good to be here because it's National Forest land. She just asked how long I've been here, and I said we just pulled up, and that we'd be here for like 24 hours. She's like, "Okay, yeah, you're legally, camping here, so that's fine." But I don't know, she just wanted to see what's up. That pretty funny. In case y'all were wondering, it is legal.